Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Matt and today I am offering you a Yin Yoga sequence for tired legs. So we'll be doing a few asanas that should leave your legs feeling amazing, especially if you feel like you have a lot of heaviness on your legs or you are working a job where you stand up a lot. This is definitely the class for you. So today we're going to need a bolster and your yoga mat. And we're just going to start right away, very gently, going into caterpillar position. So I'm going to turn around here, extending my legs in front of me. And then we can just open the flesh of our glutes on both sides to be a little more comfortable. We're just going to lengthen our spine here. Close our eyes, take one big inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to start sliding our fingertips forward, walking them slowly, finding your edge where you feel a point of resistance behind your legs and your hamstring. And then we're just going to soften up into this asana. So let's just focus on our breath, slowing things down, enjoying how that feels, and just making more space in our tight legs. And as you soften up into the posture, if you can find that the tension is dissipating behind your legs, you can walk your fingertips a little bit more further away, finding your new edge, and then just reconnecting with your breath here. And we can walk our fingertips back, raising our upper torso. I'm going to invite you to grab the bolster and just bring it around at the base of your spine. And from here, we're just going to roll on the left hip, bring the right leg back, untucking the toes like this. And we're going to be going into half a saddle pose, lowering ourselves down on the bolster here at our own pace. So from here, let's take one big inhale. And on the exhale, I'm going to invite you to lower yourself down very slowly onto the bolster. If you find there is a lot of tightness, like myself right now here, I'm just going to connect with my breath, hold it here while I allow my body to open up. Just taking some beautiful deep breath through the nose here. And then I'm gonna work on making my way down onto the bolster. There you go. So taking your time is what needs to happen here. Never just drop yourself down straight up on the bolster, especially if you feel some tightness in your thigh and in your knee area. In Yin Yoga, we want to do everything slowly, but with consistency. And from here, we can slowly push ourselves back up, rolling onto the left hip, releasing that right leg, and bringing it forward in front of us. And from here, you can wiggle your knees a little bit, getting the blood to flow properly again. Taking a few breaths, just noticing how much more open your right leg is compared to your left one. And when you're ready, we're going to roll on the right hip here, bringing the left leg back, and then squaring off our hips here. So one big inhale. Exhale, lower yourself down on the bolster. Again, if you find a lot of tightness at about this point, just hang in there. Allow your left thigh to open up slowly. And when you feel comfortable to give it a try, you can lower yourself down onto the bolster, reconnecting with your breath. Just fully relaxing here and letting the posture do its magic. And when you're ready here, you can push yourself back up, bracing your abdominals as you push yourself up here to stabilize your core. Rolling on the right hip and then releasing the left leg in front of you. So again, you can wiggle your knees here, getting the blood to flow. And with the left leg extended here, we're just going to bring the right leg in and we're just going to hug it. Just releasing a bit of the low back here. You can round the spine, bring the chin to the chest. And bring your forehead on top of that right knee. And then we're going to extend that right leg, bring the left one in, hugging it. Again, we can bring your forehead to the left knee. And we can release. And from here, we're going to be going into half shoelace. So that left leg will go over the right knee like this, bringing it back down into a 45-degree angle, trying to align our knees here, lengthening the spine, squaring off our hips. We're going to take one big inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to walk our fingertips forward, finding the edge. And then just softening up into the asana here. And we can slowly walk our hands back, raising our upper torso. And from here, we're just going to go into a side body stretch, which will feel really good. So we're going to take one big inhale, raising the left hand up in the air. Exhale, we're going to bring the right hand to the right side and then just stretch over like this. So bring the left hand over and off to the right side. As we lower ourselves down, we can even go on our forearm if you want. This feels really good for the side of our body. Going to be holding this for about a minute. And we can slowly push ourselves back up to the center here, uncrossing the left leg, realigning our hips, opening up the flesh of our glutes on both sides. And from here now, the right leg's going to come over and down 45-degree angle for half shoelace on the left side here. So once you're settled into the position, hands on the floor, closing your eyes, big inhale. Exhale, walking your fingertips forward, finding your edge, and then holding stillness here. And when you're ready, you can walk your fingertips back, raising your upper torso here, back in line with your body. And then we're going to take one big inhale, raising the right arm up in the air. And then exhale, lowering ourselves to the left side, and then scooping that right arm above, going into a side body stretch here on the opposite side. You can support yourself on your left forearm here on the ground if you want to go deeper into the side body stretch, or on your hand, extending that left arm further away from the floor if that's too much of a sensation for you right now. And we can push ourselves back up, realigning our hips, uncrossing our legs. Again, you can wiggle your legs a little bit here, which always feels wonderful. And then from here, we're going to bring the bolster in front of us, walking our legs back, coming on to our knees here. We're going to go into Sphinx pose, opening up our hips. So from here, on all four, we're going to bring the bolster so that lands about in the middle of our body, of our core here. We're going to bring our hands in front of it, and then we're going to lower ourselves down to our forearms, supporting ourselves on the bolster, extending our legs back into Sphinx pose. But because we are working on our tired legs today, we're just going to bring the right knee forward, opening up that right hip. So we're doing Sphinx pose with a hip opening here. So just square off your hips here, align everything with the bolster supporting your chest, forearms on the floor, hands on the floor, pushing yourselves up, closing your eyes, reconnecting with your breath. And from here, we can bring that right leg back and align with our body here into Sphinx pose. Taking a moment here to reset the spine. And when you're ready, you can bring the left knee forward here. We're going to be working on that side, opening up the left hip and pushing yourselves up on your forearms and hands here. Just enjoying how it feels. So from here, on your next exhale, you can bring the left leg back in line with your body, aligning your hips with your spine here. And we're going to take one big inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to push ourselves up with our hands, moving our hips up and back, going onto our knees here. Placing the bolster aside and walking our knees to the center of the mat. We're going to cross our ankles, lower ourselves down onto our glutes, and then come all the way down to our backs here, very slowly. So we're going to go into Waterfall, which is our last asana for today's class. So with our knees at a 90-degree angle like I'm doing right now, we're going to lift our hips up, placing the bolster at the base of our spine, and then supporting ourselves down on our shoulder blades and head. We're going to raise the legs up in the air. You can keep a slight bend in the knees. And this is really to take all the pulling blood from your legs back down onto your heart, your head, your brain, and getting fresh oxygen going back in there. So when you have tired legs, sometimes you have trapped blood in your circulatory system here. So we're going to get that untrapped and moving freely again by using gravity here. So let's just enjoy this and relax fully. So from here, we're going to lower our legs back down, bringing our feet to the floor, lifting our hips up, pushing the bolster underneath our knees, and then extending our legs in front of us for Savasana. So let's just lie down completely still onto the floor. Just scanning our body to see if there is any leftover area that has some tension that was unaddressed. And let's use our breath to send fresh oxygen into that area, allowing tension to dissipate as we relax here. So let's scan for that area if there is any at all. And then as you inhale through your nose, see and imagine that oxygen going into this specific area. And as you exhale through the nose, see tension leaving through your nostrils and out of your body. So let's keep repeating this process silently. So when you're ready, you can make your way up to the seated position with me or stay in Savasana. So I hope you enjoyed today's class for tired legs and that your legs feel much more rested and energized from the sequence we just went through. So hands at the heart, thanks for being here with me today, and I'll see you next time. Namaste. Bye everyone.